Over the last year or so, I've received a good number of requests for specific conversions, and rather than let them queue into one mega long video, I've decided to tackle them individually. Welcome to Conversion Quickies. As with most of my kit bashes, I value style, buildability, and tabletop appearance over minute historical accuracy. But I'd love for you guys to take my ideas and improve or expand upon them. Also, in symmetry with my kit bash every sprue videos, I will be using only Warlord kits for conversions in this series, though there is a good chance I'll add some third-party suggestions to the end of the video. Anyways, let's get cracking. Easily the most requested subject for a conversion I receive is the Chinese and all their subfactions. Let's tackle a very famous one today, the Nationalist 88th Division. This Chinese unit was equipped and trained by the Germans and fought in the famous battles of Shanghai and Nanking. A common kit bashing solution for the 88th Division is to combine Warlord German Blitzkrieg arms, heads, and kit with Warlord Japanese bodies. But I have two issues with this build. First, the Japanese bodies are tiny, especially in comparison with the plastic kits put out by Warlord in the last 5 years or so, which really limits your options. Also, some of the Japanese models are wearing a specific Japanese toed shoe that would need filling, and I'd rather avoid that for an army build. So, to create a more heroically scaled Chinese nationalist, maybe we could say a Primaris Chinese nationalist, let's try a different approach. I started with a Warlord Italian body, as the putties and most of the straps work well for an 88th Division soldier. I began my modifications by removing the Italian rifle pouches from the front of the model, as well as clipping away the pronounced shoulder boards and the canteen on the hip. I cleaned up these cuts as best I could, but I also plan to glue other kit in their place. From the German Fallschirmjäger sprue, I sourced some German rifle pouches and glued them onto the belt. For a weapon, you could use the plethora of German arms holding Kar 98 rifles that are available in various kits, but my buddy Hunter pointed out to me that the Italian Carcano rifles were very similar to the Chinese Hanyang 88, and so I opted for one of the rifle carrying arms on the Italian sprue. Next up, I added a bread bag, a canteen, and a mess kit. I liberated these from the Afrika Korps and Grenadier sprues. The 88th Division carried these very recognizable German packs, and the US Marine sprue has one that is pretty similar. My only modification was to trim away the large machete, and in the process, I managed to cut my finger, so a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into this conversion, but mostly blood. I did have to remove the bread bag to get the pack to sit in the right place, and at this point I finally went off to get a band-aid. One of the issues you're going to run into is 99% of the Warlord German heads in Primaris Chinese nationalist scale are very obviously Caucasian. I did manage to find this head on the Afrika Korps sprue that seemed a little more ambiguous, and though the scarf he wears is unnecessary for our needs, it's not too counterproductive. To make this head fit the Italian body, I trimmed up the collar a little bit and glued the head into place, and just like that, one 88th Division infantryman complete. All that was left to do was give him a quick paint job and there you have it. This Chinese nationalist has passed the Rubicon and is ready for the tabletop. This is a relatively simple kit bash, and I believe you can do an entire army this way. My biggest suggestion for that, however, would be an upgrade, and that would be to use some third-party heads like these ones. This will give your nationalists recognizably Chinese features, as well as give you the proper Stahlhelm variant and other headwear options. Let me know down in the comments how you think I did on this kit bash, and what you would do to improve or expand on the idea. Also make sure to throw some more World War II conversion ideas at me, and let's keep this series going. We'll see you next time.